Good day, good day, good day, and welcome to the Trash Picture Show. Guys, I am back with another figure that gorgeous girlfriend of mine, Jen Mitchell, sent me for my birthday. Today we are looking at the NECA Kenner Aliens inspired Night Cougar alien. Now, as said before, this was inspired by the Kenner Aliens line, and NECA have done a wonderful job doing versions of both aliens and predators from that classic 90s Kenner toy line. Jen also sent me a bunch of Kenner figures, which I will get around showing you at some stage. But to say that the Kenner line of Alien and Predator figures kicked ass is a fucking huge understatement. I had a bunch of them. I have a bunch more now, thanks to Jen. But I also have the NECA variants. I have 3 NECA Predators. I have Laser Shot, Clan Leader, and Night Stalker. I have a Gorilla Alien and a version of Ellen Ripley based on the Kenner line figures. And now I have this guy, the Night Cougar Alien. And essentially this is a xenomorph that spawned from some kind of field, maybe from Earth, maybe from another planet. But essentially it is a quadrupedal xenomorph like the Runner from Alien 3, but more of a feline kind of aesthetic. First off, let's have a look at the packaging though before we discuss the xenomorph itself. So again, they try to replicate and do it really fucking well the classic Kenner style packaging. With the purple, you have the xenomorph on the side there, and you have an illustration of the Night Cougar alien. And this is really cool. It tries to emulate what it would be like if it was in the old style blister packaging of the Kenner figure. Flip it to the back here. And yeah, you have again the same kind of style and aesthetic as the old Kenner alien style figures. And there is a blurb here: dark, empty, silent. This is deep space and vicious aliens are attacking. One force has the guns and the guts to face these ugly monsters. Send in the heavy metal, send in the marines. The invasion is on. Collect them all for ultimate battles. So yeah, I have that version of Ripley. Obviously, I don't have Vasquez or Apone or Drake. They do look cool. The colour scheme is exactly like the old school Kenner variations you could get back in the day. You also have the Snake Alien, Rhino Alien version 1, Rhino Alien version 2, Scorpion Alien, the Queen Facehugger, a Warrior Alien, Gorilla Alien, I have that guy, Mantis Alien, Blue Warrior Alien, Purple Warrior Alien, and Panther Alien, which is essentially this guy in another colour variation. And the great thing is, collector friendly box with a window display. There he is out of the packaging, and there he is in the packaging. And he also comes with this. Now, the original action figure had a spring loaded mechanic where if you pushed him down from his hind legs, he'd shoot off this kind of little parasite, and that was pretty cool. Again, I loved how crazy and outlandish the old school Kenner style aliens were. They were very reminiscent of that mad script from Eric Red for Alien 3 back in the day, where you had all these versions of xenomorph types. It was fun, but it was like it was written by a 12-year-old fanboy. And yeah, I don't know what it would have been like to have seen those kind of versions of aliens. Would it have taken the legitimacy and the terror from the franchise? But I think it might have been cool if we got something akin to these guys. But yeah, that's enough about the movie. Let's get this guy out of the box and take a closer look. Don't go anywhere. I shall be right back. And we are back, and there is the Night Cougar alien out of the packaging. So let's take a closer look at this guy. And first off, I gotta say, I love the paintwork on this guy. There's just this solid black with accents of silver and red going through him. It lends a lot of menace to the guy. It's just really cool. It keeps obviously the aesthetic, and I can tell straight off that this is a recycled sculpt from the NECA Alien Runner, obviously with the head tweaked and the tail tweaked and a different colour scheme, but it's essentially the Alien Runner from Alien 3 that NECA released. I think NECA released a couple of versions. I have one based on the video game, and I gotta say, I just love the colouring, especially the head. Just that accent of silver there. on the head is really cool. It's really nice. Just going down there, like just the red going through him as well. Again, really gives a sense of menace to this guy. Articulation wise, his mouth can open and he has an extendable jaw like any good xenomorph. You can close it again and close his mouth. There is a ratchet here, so you can move the head into a more upright position if you want to put him into a bipedal position. But this guy's meant to be quadrupedal. I mean, he's based on a cougar. So yeah. And I don't mean Angie Dickinson, I mean an actual proper cougar. The cat, not the 50-year-old going out looking for co-ed frat boys. But yeah, you can contort him there into the quadrupedal position. And there's good articulation here in the joints. There is a double hinge joint here. So you can put him into a nice couple of positions to make him a lot more formidable. As you can see here, there is a double hinge joint on this leg as well. And again, it's just cool. It gives him a bit more of a fielded kind of appearance. And you can put him up like that. And the tail, like most xenomorph figures from NECA, is wire and flexible. So you can put him into a pose. And again, he looks like a cat. He looks like a large hunting cat. That's pretty cool. Again, I like the accents. I like the crest as well. The crest is more reminiscent to something like a Praetorian rather than a standard xenomorph. And because he's going into more of a quadrupedal stance, they removed the dorsal fins and plates there. And that lent space for something else. As I said before, the original version of this guy had a gimmick where he would launch a parasite. And here is said parasite. So the original version had like an alien face. But I think this is meant to be more like a face hugger. Because if you go in close there, there's that kind of ovipositor section here. Very much where you'd see that, let's be honest, that penis-like thing that facehuggers have coming out. So this thing would shoot off his back onto someone's face. And so the positioning is right. You put it on like so. And yeah, there's no gimmick for this guy to shoot off. It just kind of you just got to take it off. In the original, you kind of push down the front legs and it'd sprint off like that. But still, it's a nice little reference. And actually, guys, I'm only after noticing it. This is magnetic. So obviously there's a piece of metal in here. I did not notice that. It is actually magnetic. So that's cool. I did not notice that. So watch. See, it shoots on there. That is cool. I did not know that. So you don't have to worry about it falling off. That is pretty cool. I really like this guy. He's a nice addition to the collection. If I had any kind of complaints, some of the joints are a bit rigid. So I would say maybe hot water treatment or the hairdryer might be the best method. But by and large, he's pretty cool. I like the fact that the parasite is magnetic. He's cool. Again, I like as well that he's quadrupedal. I like the alien tree design. And I like this is a reference to the old style Kenner figures. But yeah, guys, I'm going to pause the video here. And when I come back, I'll compare him to some other xenomorphs in my collection. Don't go anywhere. I shall be right back. And we are back. And there is my Night Cougar alien. And let's compare him to a precursor of his, my NES style runner alien from the video game. And again, a lot of the same kind of sculpting was reused from this guy for this guy. Essentially, I think if there was any kind of quadrupedal style alien, they just recycled the NECA Alien 3 Xenomorph. And yeah, it worked. There is certain tweaks that this guy has that's better than this. But strangely enough, I think the one that's the best out of the kind of sculpting and articulation is this chap, the Fireteam Elite Prowler, because this guy has more of a nimble ratchet in his neck that lets it go further back and stuff. I still think this guy's awesome, but as far as articulation out of these three, this guy is the best. There is a small bit of stiffness in this guy, and some of the joints aren't as buttery smooth as, say, the Prowler. The Prowler is still pretty awesome. But yeah, he's a cool addition. Again, I like the Parasite. I like the fact that it's magnetized. And I like the paintwork as well. You've got that Praetorian crown with the silver kind of sheen on it. Looks really fucking nice. And for shits and giggles, let's also compare him to an older version of the Alien 3 runner that I have had in my collection for quite some time. Hopefully he'll stand. He is the McFarlane Movie Maniacs Alien 3 Alien, and hopefully he will stand up. He's a bit wobbly. He's a bit pesky to stand. I've had him in my collection a long time, and I think he kicks ass. And yeah, again, you can see the similarities in the shape of the body. It's cool. I like the runner design. The drone design is cool with the smooth head. The warrior design is cool. The queen design is cool. But there's something about the actual runner design that I just love. It's a lot more sleek. I do like the drone and the warrior and the queen, but there's a lot of stuff going on with them, particularly the dorsal fins and the pipes and stuff. This just looks like it was built for speed and would run you down in a moment's notice. And so we're not leaving out his potential quarry. I have a NECA Predator and a NECA Marine next to him here. And yeah, scales up really, really, really well. I would kind of position him into a bipedal stance, but I just think he looks so fucking cool on all fours. I think, again, there's just something more intimidating and more vicious in the kind of quadrupedal stance. It looks really sleek and really badass, and he does scale up really well. Sure, he looks smaller in comparison to the Predator, but the Marine, he looks super fucking vicious. And in an effort to be abject, I'm going to put him into the bipedal stance. And yeah, he does. Now he's standing upright. He does look like more of a formidable foe for the Predator. But yeah, I love this guy. I love the sculpting. I love the design. I love the paintwork. Again, the legs are a bit stiff, and I would say give it maybe the hairdryer treatment or warm water treatment in case you snap it. But yeah, the paintwork on this guy is just, he's exquisite. Particularly even the tail, even this sharp silver barb on the end of the tail. That's pretty cool. Again, I just like this guy. He kicks ass. He is a nice throwback to the old style Kenner figures. But yeah, guys, do you have this guy in your collection, or did you have the original Kenner version? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know what was your favorite outlandish Predator or Alien from that Kenner line. Let me know that as well. My name is Martin. This has been the Trash Picture Show, and yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now.